The Spark That Stood in the Rain. Everflow Chronicles, Iron Arc. By Sora Amara Elyse. He did not arrive to seek permission. No fanfare, no parade, just quiet steps and a will to move what had sat unmoved for too long. The bin stood empty, as if it were meant for show. Tools leaned like weary soldiers against the wall. The ground waited. The air was still. The mess had become part of the scenery, a silent pact not to disturb it. Then the spark moved. He raked, leveled, cleared. Weeds surrendered. Garbage vanished. Grass seed fell like soft prophecy over the soil. The air shifted, and the stillness broke. But warmth unsettles those who have grown used to the cold. Faces tightened. Voices found reasons. Not the time. Should have waited. The fire beneath their ribs was not his doing. It had smoldered there long before his arrival. Yet when the air moved, so did their walls, and walls resist the light that shows their cracks. He saw how possessions could possess their keepers, how hands curled tightly around things that carried more dust than life. Good memories or bitter ones, it didn't matter. They clung as if the past could be kept in their grasp. And so, with patience, he released each finger. Slow, deliberate, like searching through the yellow pages for the right number. Counting blessings with every uncurled hand. When doubt curled back at him, he gave a slow hair whip, a sharp grin, and let the rain catch the glint in his eye. Wearily. Not to seek an answer, but to let them know their disbelief was already a losing game. Then, with a shrug, he went back to the work, one finger released, then another. No doctrine, no altar. Just the quiet act of setting both the object and its keeper free. He had walked through many thresholds, houses, homes, hearts, and left each one lighter than he found it. Yet even then, the gift was sometimes met with the shun, the sideways glance, the quiet exile. Sometimes even from those he once thought loved him. But he did not take it personally, not at all. Their storms were theirs to carry, not his. They sought to plug their chaos into him, to use his spark as a grounding wire. But he refused the socket. His energy was not theirs to drain. His shield held, his arc remained unbroken, and the rain washed their sparks from his skin. He knew he could be both hero and villain in the same breath. The hands that plant can also be painted as hands that destroy, depending on the story told. And stories will bend before they break. When the heat rose, he did not step into their wildfire. He stepped into the rain, the arc of his own center, letting water cool the edges of his flame. Not every fire was his to tend. Not every blaze was his to own. He knew the fruit of his labor would show. And it did in time, in growth, in the quiet proof that no accusation could erase. Some saw gardens where he passed. Some saw upheaval. But he knew this. The ground was greener. The air had learned to breathe again. And flowers bloomed in his wake, while smoke curled from the ears of those who never saw it coming.